Hello, this is Dr. Grant Cooper with another Office Hours, where we try to answer the questions you've been sending in. Thank you for the questions, by the way. This question was, how can someone with chronic pain find the right types of movements that won't then exacerbate their pain? It's a really good question. It's a little broad. So let me try to narrow it down a little bit. So essentially, when somebody has, let's use back pain as our example. When someone has back pain, first of all, obviously, we're going to try and get the back pain to go away. I'm not quite sure with the question. Let's take this in two directions, actually. One direction is when someone who's actively in pain, how do they navigate finding exercises that aren't going to make the pain worse? And the other one is, how does someone who used to have pain, who got out of pain, find exercises that aren't going to re-injure themselves and make the pain come back? So if you're actually still in pain, it's obviously going to be more tricky. The principles are going to be the same, right? You're going to want to find exercises first that can help build your body up to make yourself more durable so that you can go and find exercises that you're going to actively enjoy doing. If it's just about finding exercises that you'll be able to do that aren't going to exacerbate pain, then a good place to start is often in the pool. And if you can find a heated pool, doing things where gravity is taken out of the picture as much as possible is often going to be a winning solution. That's why aquatic classes can be so popular, because you can get more range of motion, more movement without the stresses of gravity, without the impact. So a lot of people are going to find that helpful. Also doing things that are just generally less impact, like elliptical machines as opposed to running, for example. There are therapy modalities like red cord, where you're basically suspended, and it's taking, again, gravity out of play. So those are some of the ways that you can look for exercises that are going to be less impactful on your body. But I'd like to think of it a little bit differently, because one of the important things about exercise is that if you're not doing something you enjoy, it's very hard to stick with. And for people that love the pool, that's a great solution for a lot of people, because it really can be really good on spines, on all parts of your musculoskeletal system without the wear and tear. But if you don't like being in the water, that might be, sort of not the best solution for you, in which case you're going to want to spend some time with a physical therapist or a really informed trainer, ideally under the guidance of a physician, to get yourself a set of exercises to build up from the core, from your hips out, so that when you then go and find other types of exercises, they're going to be less stressful on the body, right? You kind of want to look at whatever you like to do, whether that's, it really depends on the situation, obviously, but whether it's tennis, whether it's the elliptical machine, you may have to spend some time investing in some less fun exercises to make yourself more strong and durable, so you can then go do the other exercises. And that's a good segue to, what about somebody who had, let's say, a radiculopathy or sciatic pain that's healed up, and they want to get back into their sport or their activity, whatever that might be, but they want to do it in as safe a possible way, of course. And really what you need to do is work on first rehabbing the injury, so that the muscles around the injured part are going to be as strong and durable as possible. And then realize that you want to also spend a little time getting yourself in shape where you're ready for the activity that you're going to be engaging in. If you're a professional football player and you had an injury, first thing you're going to do is get the injury better. But then you're not going to just jump back in and start playing football right away, right? You're going to spend some time, you're going to build your muscles up, so that when you go back onto the field, you're more durable. So when you go and play that difficult sport, you're less likely to get injured in any way again. The same would be true if it's tennis, if it's golf, if it's skiing, if it's just, walking a museum, right? You're still going to want to spend time to build up the muscles, so when you go do that activity, you're going to be as durable as possible. And then you're going to want to do two more things. One is re-engage with that activity gradually, right? If you're going back to running and you've built your muscles up, the first time you go back to running, you don't go and run a marathon, right? You build back into it slowly. And then the other thing that you want to do is just make sure you're listening to your body. And if your body starts barking at you and telling you that there's a problem, you want to listen to that, back off of it, spend a little extra time building back up into it, and then slowly start to reintroduce it again. Thank you so much for the question. It's a really important question, and please keep those questions coming. We'll see you in the next one.